It's Cray here. That is absolutely not funny. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that again. Last month of May, Mermaid, big thing where you draw 31 different mermaid designs, and I did that. Still freaking proud of that, by the way, but I admitted in my recap video that my goal for that was really to set myself a challenge and finish it. That challenge being to draw 31 mermaid designs and create YouTube videos for each one of them. I did that. Doesn't mean that I went into that with the intention of actually producing good designs or good art. Now don't get me wrong, I look back on some of those and there's some that kind of surprised me. I really enjoyed them. Others, not so much. I called myself out even on the recap video when I said that hands in particular were an area of struggle for me. It's kind of clear if you look back on some of those designs, but it also gave me the inspiration for where I wanted to go next. What do you do after you finish 31 mermaid designs? You look over all of that and pick a couple of areas in which you want to focus your next bout of improvement, and that's the direction you go. That's what I decided to do. To be honest, full disclaimer, part of this is actually inspired by a video recently posted by one of my favorite YouTube creators, ABD Illustrates. Dude does really, really cool art, and he posted actually a video on wanting to improve on hands himself. The dude does really good hands, but it goes to show that you never stop learning, you never stop studying, and he shared some of his techniques that he learned from other artists on how he improves on his understanding of hand anatomy, and so I decided to go ahead and take that into practice myself. Practice for maybe about hour and a half, 2 hours-ish, studying some photos and trying to understand their structure a little bit better so that I could recreate them a little bit more accurately than these barely recognizable blobs I had for my mermaids. Immediately after that, I decided I wanted to put all of that into an illustration specifically that focused on hands, that made the hands kind of a feature of the art. Voila! So you see, this is the result of that. I did a couple of thumbnails. This is actually not the thumbnail I totally thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to do something entirely different, but I decided to just pop out a couple of other sketches just to see, and this one kind of was charming in its own way. I liked her quirky expression. So I'll put all my sketches on my Instagram, which I'll have linked below and at the end of the video. But as you can see, hands featured kind of prominently. One is wrapped around a cup filled with tea and boba, and the other is curled around her cell phone. One thing I like to do, one thing I'm getting better at doing specifically, is doing a thing like mermaid or creating a Sailor Moon illustration and immediately looking at it, identifying the things that I like, and the areas where I can focus my steps towards improvement for next time. So, with that being said, what did I learn from this? Big surprise! Hands are hard! Freaking hard! That has not changed. 2 hours of study has not changed the fact that hands are hard and I'm still not the best at them. But that's also kind of the point of studying in general. Studying kind of gets a bad rap, especially at school, where by the time you hit high school, a lot of us, not everybody, but some of us, being highly featured in this, we learn to cram at the last minute just to be able to memorize and do well on tests. You can't really do that with art. You can't cram anatomical knowledge or any other kind of knowledge, really. What you create is based off of what you understand, and you don't understand really anything without good, proper study which is repeated for long periods of time over a long period of time. So, yes, I created this illustration. It has hands in it. They're not perfect. They're better than anything I've done before. This entire illustration is better than anything I've done before. But it gives me a foundation from which I can grow and expand and get better. And that's really what I want to do for the next couple of weeks / months, is keep this pattern. Study for a while from photos, from movies that feature hands a lot, from my own things at the end of my arms. Study all of that and then have it periodically punctuated by illustrations where I put into practice some of the things that I've learned. And really, that's kind of the direction that I want to go with this entire YouTube channel. I want to take my art a little bit more seriously. In fact, I want to take it a lot more seriously. I know I'm not the best out there. I have a lot of areas where I can improve on, and I want to actually study and record my studying, record my process, record my progress, and put it out there for everyone to see, for everyone to critique, to help me in my journey, but also to be kind of like a study buddy for those of you that also want to improve, whether it be in hands or in lighting or in environments or gestures or expression, or any of the many aspects of art that I am not perfect at. So yes, consider us now official study buddies. You're welcome. I'll bring snacks. I'm kind of getting to the end of this coloring line art. I didn't talk about this at all. That's an area of improvement. I'll add that to my list. And this is the final product. What you think? If you guys have any suggestions whatsoever, if you have any critiques on some of the stuff that I create, if you have books or resources that I can utilize as I study, send them all in the comments below. I will appreciate every single one of them. But in the meantime, you guys have a pretty awesome day. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.